Welcome back to Resident Evil 2 Remake Plays Game Soup. My name is Joe.
It's Ed.
So,
yeah,
we are going to be finishing this series up with very few episodes. They're going to be real long and very few of them.
It's my kind of series.
Yeah, the reason being we don't want to clutter the feed up too much, and I don't know how many of you are still watching Resident Evil 2 LPs, but if you are, and if you waited for ours, thanks very much for doing that.
Yeah.
And even if you didn't wait and you watch somebody else and you're just watching us play it, thanks again. We appreciate your patronage here at GS.
Uh-oh. Oh, that looks like a place that something's going to jump out of.
It's Nemesis. It's Mr. X. It's,
Where's that liquor?
It's Tyrant.
He was here a second ago. Mr. X, it's Tyrant.
I've seen some funny liquor situations on other YouTube videos.
There are some very funny.
Like, you can get in front of them and they could like corner you, and they just won't leave.
Yeah, yeah.
And they'll start doing the licking animation, but not getting you.
The funny thing is because they're blind, right?
Yeah.
So, if you do this, like, they are terrifying. Oh my god, yeah. But most of the time you can just walk around. There are some scripted encounters. I think there's like one or two that are scripted. Oh, I ran. I shouldn't have run.
Oh, good.
It's so scary.
Whoa!
That's the problem. They're so scary. You want to run.
The only real liquor combat I've seen is the last episode, I guess. Yeah, it was the last episode when we had the grenade launcher and then killed it.
Yeah, there's that very first liquor is one of those very few that's scripted to automatically aggro you, and there's nothing you can do about it. But all the rest, there's like maybe one or two more that you have to fight.
You think that's the best way to do it? You think the best way to introduce him would be in a situation where you have to sneak by him so that you know you can sneak by him and that they're alerted by sound and they can't see you?
Well, you do read there's a report that you can pick up pretty early on. But no, I think you've got the right idea. It might have been better to do that first.
Yeah,
right?
this game it's definitely a game where you want to be reading and paying attention.
Yeah.
And, well, Ed pretty much knows what to do, so we don't necessarily need to read it. But if you guys want to read it just for your own information, you can pause the video and check out the text.
Oh, wait, you know what?
What, do you think that guy's alive? You think that guy's a zombie? Why would that be a zombie in this game?
Oh, yeah, okay. So he's holding.
That's some pretty good support there.
I know, right?
I didn't know that's how a mortuary worked. Is that what this kind of room is called?
Yeah, a morgue, maybe.
A morgue, yeah.
So this is the key that we need.
Son of a... I knew it.
Yeah. Like, you know what's going to happen?
Did you hear that sound he made?
Yeah.
You sound like a bird.
Oh, there's another one. Okay, I'm sure there's more stuff in here that we haven't grabbed, which is a real dang shame. But I'm just going to leave.
You're not going to put bullets in them?
No.
Wait, what about the liquors?
That's okay.
Oh, you can go this way.
Can I? Maybe. Oh, you know what? We don't get this cranky in Claire's playthrough. Rip. Oh, this is bad news bears.
Just walk. Oh, he doesn't know you're there. Nope, he knows you're there. Time to run.
No, it's okay. We got this. We got this.
Wait, can you just walk away? He just attacks you and you can just walk away? Alright.
It's fine.
It's fine, yeah. I wouldn't worry about a damn thing right now. He's just swinging like a monkey.
Oh, no!
Come on. I think you're dead. Oh wow. Nice knife work there. I guess that knife is gone.
It is gone, which is a shame.
I heard you can get a knife in the slight spoiler. I heard you can get a knife that has infinite ammo.
What was that? Did you?
Yeah, I don't know where he came from. That's a death.
That's
not a death. How did that happen? Well, you got to use that first aid spray.
I feel like that's a little cheap because they literally just appear. They just flat out appear. Surprise! What are you supposed to do to avoid that?
I hate being defenseless. I hate I hate having to save ammo and play carefully. I like blowing everything up or shooting it or cutting it with a knife.
Key to patrol car 7439. It'll open the car's doors and trunk. Well, you got this fob. I mean, what's in this box? Oops. What do you think it could be? It's a fob.
Raccoon.
There you go.
Oh yeah, it's a key. Well, why wouldn't it be a key? That's what it said on the label.
So this is the kennel.
Are there
Which
yeah, there are definitely dogs in here. Have you seen the dogs yet?
I have.
Have we seen it on this show?
Have we?
I don't think so.
I don't think so, no.
I don't know if I've seen the dogs in this at all, actually.
So you know what's cool? This is a little Easter egg in the game. There are 15 of these little Mr. Raccoon figurines, and they're hidden all over the place. And if you shoot all of them, I think you get an achievement and maybe something else. But they're very well hidden. I've only come across a couple of them. Oh, there's 2 of these bros.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Well, that's the first time I've heard her not say a swear word. Oh, jeez.
Damn it! I'm really bad at this.
Yeah, I have to admit that was a little bit bad.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
I usually try to help you make you feel better, but
What the fuck?
Are you dead?
use a grenade launcher.
I was about to actually. I don't remember seeing these guys my first time here, but I'll tell you why I wanted to come in here. No.
Do some target practice.
Aha. Haha! Well worth.
How many was that? 7?
3.
3? Oh.
I just completed a
guess-
stack, that's all.
Oh, I see. I thought I was dyslexic for a second there, that I was seeing my 3s as 7s.
Yeah, that was pretty clumsy. I guess I should mention that should I mention this? I have beaten the game.
Yeah, I mentioned that you had experienced most of it, but maybe we didn't mention that you beat the game. But yeah, I beat the game since between now and last time we played this, which was about a week ago. We were planning on doing another episode. We were planning on doing another recording in the middle of the week, but we didn't do it. It's been a week. So that's why this took probably an extra 5 days to come out. I don't know.
Oh no! I got an idea.
Holy God.
Get dunked on! Etc. All of this just to get the key.
I saw a funny use of the phrase dunked on recently.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it was by a journalist. You know how these journalists are getting laid off?
I guess so, yeah.
Oh, well, that's like, I don't know, one of the news stories over the last couple of weeks. Journalists are being laid off in droves. And they were I saw a tweet by someone who was saying that it wasn't funny to be dunking on all these journalists who are being laid off because, oh boy, are they laying into them.
That's pretty funny. Like, using dunked on in a professional setting?
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. So
Yeah,
what do we
learn to code is the meme. Look it up. It's pretty funny.
Ugh, I tried learning to code. It just doesn't work.
No, don't be modest. Ed's quite a good coder now. Well, you should see what we were looking at before this. You were doing all kinds of camera zooms for our next game. It's
yeah.
going to look great, man.
So we just got our hands on the second handgun.
Awesome.
And to this very day, I still don't know which is more powerful, but this one has a laser sight. So you kind of got to figure... Uh-oh.
Now, tell me if I'm wrong. You might know about this. But if you stay still and aim, you can do more damage when the targeting reticle gets a little smaller.
You have a higher chance of crits.
Oh, a higher chance of crits.
I think.
Okay. I thought it just did more damage. But yeah, that's it. It gives you a benefit. There's a benefit to playing it like the old Resident Evil games where you have to stand still and you can aim in 3 directions.
Yeah.
And shoot. Well, 360 in horizontal directions, but you have 3 vertical directions to aim in the old Resident Evil games.
And to be fair, this game has only been out for a week. A lot of that could just be hearsay. I don't know if it actually increases crit chance. That's just like the word on the street, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
I live out there, and that's what they say.
That's possible to measure. It's possible to measure the crit chance. You just have to get a big enough sample size, and you'll be able to tell the difference.
And in general, I think
somebody's going to have to reload a lot of times, probably, to have enough bullets to get enough, and do it probably to the same zombie, just to keep that parameter the same.
Yeah. Oops, we're going to store the, for now,
the control. That's what it is.
The control.
The control of the experiment.
That's
That's got to be right. That's got to be how you would say it.
You smart boy. You such a smart boy. We're going to make one of these dank weeds, if you will. So now we have this diamond key, right? I think that's what we need. Save one more time. All right. This is going to be the very efficient run or a very long run. So I did beat the game in the last week or so. It took me about 9 hours.
Did you enjoy it?
I loved it. I loved it, and this is only one of the 4 player campaigns that there are. So there's still
there's the A side and B side.
Exactly.
From what I understand, the B side is just harder. It doesn't change the story, if very much, if at all.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit different in that some of the item locations are switched around. You start in a different section of the game, sort of.
All right, so it's different enough, but it doesn't really change the story. It's more
Yeah.
just a little bit more difficult and a little bit different path.
Yeah, like the idea is it kind of fleshes out the rest of the story, as in there's another final boss. There's a new final boss.
Oh, okay.
It kind of completes the story
That's interesting.
because the Leon and Claire.
Hopefully, we're not
A-sides-
spoiling too much. I don't really mind hearing about this. I actually didn't know about that.
Yeah,
But
I mean it's the same as it ever was for for RE2. It's the same as it was in 1998 when the game came out. Same mechanics. So hopefully nothing is spoiled for you. We need to get to those underground stairs.
I think they did a good job with this game. It seems to be universally acclaimed
I'm loving it.
across the board. Haven't really seen anybody that hated it. Like,
Okay.
there's some people, maybe it's not your kind of game, but I don't think anybody's saying it's bad.
I gotta say, I'm always a little bit, not disappointed, just, I guess more so a little bit confused that a lot of the times these games tend not to, they tend not to go much higher than 9 in score-wise.
Well, for reviewers, right? For
Yeah.
critics.
Yeah. But of course, it's entirely different than players.
Yeah, I tend to follow user scores more. Like the average of the user metascore, I tend to put more weight on that than on the critic score.
Yeah. Here we go.
And like with movies, if the user score, the user metascore is very high and the critical score is very low, it usually makes it even better than if they're unanimous. I find that to be the case. Usually movies like that.
I don't know why that would be.
That the critics hate and that the viewers, the user score, just the normal viewers, normal in quotes, viewers.
Oh, we got a shoulder stock for our grenade launcher.
Usually those movies are better.
I don't know why that would be the case.
I think Aquaman might have been like that. I don't know if it was that skewed, but it was definitely a little bit skewed more towards the user score. I keep calling it the user score. What else do you call it? Viewers?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, fan score?
Yeah, fan score.
You would think that a movie that has the best of both fan and critic scores would be the best movie.
You would think so, but
I guess not.
they're usually good if they're in agreement. They're usually good movies. But critics all tend to have like similar kinds of mindsets. It seems like they want to see something artistic and something new because they've seen all the movies, right? Because that's their job, and they're looking at it from only a critical perspective, not from an enjoyment perspective.
Right. And if you were any sort of critic, a game critic, you would have the same sentiment. Like, remember that game Feudal Alloy that we played last week?
Yeah.
If you weren't a person who played Metroidvanias for a living, for a living, LOL. We don't really do that for a living. But, like, anybody who has done it a lot and has seen most of the stuff that has been done, I was kind of harsh on it,
Yeah.
But I'm sure that the average player is not going to be that harsh on it because for us it's like, this is going to sound really conceited, but like, do something new. Like, prove that you're not just a regular Metroidvania, Do you ever get that feeling?
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of, the mean way to say it would be snobs.
Yeah, okay.
But we've played thousands of games each, so it's harder to impress us. Like, if it's tight and if it's tight technically and it doesn't really offer much new, I'll generally still like a game like that, even if it's something very similar to what I've played before, but it's just done in a tight way.
Yeah, that's a better way to say it. Yeah.
Then I think that's cool. And I also like a game that tries something new, but might fail at it at some points, but still is a reasonable game. Then I would probably like a game that's original a lot more than I would like a game that was boring and bad, or even maybe a game that's very tight and good, but doesn't offer a whole lot of a lot of newness to the experience.
So to get in this little room here, we need two
novelty. That's the word.
Novelty is the word, right?
Sorry, God.
So we can see the key card there. That's what we need to get out to unlock that big fence that we saw earlier in the last playthrough. When that little girl. When Sherry was taken away by the big chief,
the
Chief
bastard.
Irons. Yeah, he's actually the police chief. So He really he fell.
Can you
quite
break all
far.
this stuff?
You cannot.
Oh, darn it.
We just picked up this relief. It's not suspicious at all.
Oh, there's a heart key in there. I was going to say, do you put the heart key in there? But no, it is the heart key.
It is the heart key. Yeah.
Okay.
Classic Resident Evil tropes. Repair shop letter. Okay, you're gonna need some. Yeah.
You got to look at every item.
From your description. Okay, so this just tells us how to repair that door that is now locked. So a repairman from one of our stores is in the clock tower. We sent a few spare parts and reported that he left one in the 3rd floor east storage room. Or the clock tower. So those are our 2 locations. Now when I was playing this for the first time, I didn't know that because I read way too fast or I didn't read it all. I didn't realize that the east storage room was where I had to go. So I spent a long time. Well, you'll see. I spent a long time getting chased by something, which we are about to come upon.
Doesn't sound ominous.
It is by far the scariest part of this game, and if you just go on any of the message boards for this game, you will see the same sentiment. Oh my God, this particular thing that I'm getting chased by, it is insane, and I think we're about to experience. I think we're about to experience that. So, and if you have no idea what I'm talking about, well, you should. The game's been out for a week. You should have played it by now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Wow, man, harsh.
I'm just
harsh
kidding.
words.
No, really. If you haven't played it by now, play it because it's so good. And you know, don't let us be your blind playthrough. The game is worth it. It's worth playing on your own and
Just
experiencing.
no. Just watch us play.
Okay, just
Don't
watch
buy
us.
it. Do not buy it. Watch us play it.
Right.
We have no beef with Capcom. I don't think I have any beef with
No,
Capcom.
not at all. In fact, I signed up for their press/developer portal online.
Wait, I did that too.
Oh.
I did it like 2 years ago, I think.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess we'll be getting 2 copies of those emails now.
Yeah. That's okay though. I never even requested any games from them. I was gonna do it for Monster
I
Hunter.
requested Strider
Oh, okay.
some time ago because I already had it for PS4 and I didn't want to buy it again for PC, and we wanted to do an LP of it, but we wound up just recording it from the PlayStation 4 and recording the commentary in
Right.
post instead. But yeah, they never got back to me about that key.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do have beef with them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. No,
Yep.
that's fair. So I'd like to talk about something in this game. If you've played the original RE2,
Yeah.
this is probably the only memory that you have of that game.
Let me out?
This is called the interrogation room because this is a one-way mirror. Right? And if you've played the original, I've heard a lot of people say this, that this is probably the scariest thing that they encountered in the game. And you might be wondering.
Yeah, don't spoil it.
No. Oh, crud. We don't have the jewel with us, do we? No, we'll have to go back and get it. So you might be wondering, I mean, you know, clearly this is meant to be scary, so something's going to happen, right? You might be wondering, did they keep it for the remake? And I will be disappointed when I have to tell you that, no, they did.
Oh, God. What was that, a liquor?
It was a liquor. Yep.
Oh, good.
So there's actually the room next to it, the observation room. I've never gone in there. I'm not sure what's in there. We're not going to find out today. We are just going to run and get the H.
Did that liquor just bark?
I think it was a zombie. Or maybe a dog. Probably a dog.
No, I'm looking around there like it's like we're in the actual space.
Yeah.
In 3 dimensions. You ever do that? I've been doing that since
Doom 2.
I was a kid.
Since Doom 2.
Yeah.
I remember. So let's go see if we have the where's that item chest? If we have the red jewel.
This room looks as safe as any.
Doesn't it?
Bunch of dead stuffed animals all over it.
Do we have the red jewel? We do. Good.
All right, let me
I
finish
took
a
out the
thought from like 6 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I've been having this one in the holster. I was talking about games,
Uh-huh.
how I would like to either see something new or at least if it's doing just something old, that it should be really tight.
Right,
It
right.
should be really well designed. But if a game does both, if it's really tight and it somehow nails like a new idea perfectly, that's like the ideal. That's pretty rare. Not
It
many
is.
games do that.
Yeah. Even the games that we make, if they accomplished either of those things or both of them, I would be amazed.
Yeah.
Because that is not
I
an
think
easy
they.
task.
I think that they did.
I hope.
I would say that they did.
So here's a Stars police badge. It's very obviously a police badge you would wear, except it's actually a USB port slot connector dongle thing.
Did they have those in '98?
You know, they really didn't, as far as I can tell.
I'm trying to remember. I think the first time I got one, it was like 2003, maybe.
Yeah.
I think it was $30, and it was 128 megabytes.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's about right. I'm pretty sure that was the price.
I think my first was 20 megs. And
Wow.
it was,
You
like,
must have got it before me then.
They were pretty. I mean, they were cool for the time, and now you can get them in ridiculous sizes.
You
So,
can,
yeah.
I got a free one that was, I think it was 30, yeah, it was 32 gigs. I got a 32 gig free USB drive at Micro Center.
Dude,
All I had to do was go there. I got a
I-
coupon in the mail. I went over to Micro Center and got a 32 gig.
You know, I gotta hand it to them. I love Micro Center.
They're pretty good.
That's
I
like,
mean, they are our sponsor.
can you
I wish.
imagine? I would love to be sponsored by Micro Center. Here's the thing. They're the only place around within, like, a reasonable driving distance, you know, that is actually just a computer store. You can go to Best Buy.
Yeah, but you're going to get ripped off completely. And they also don't have as much.
Yeah,
they don't have as much in the way of computer parts.
Yeah, Best Buy is not a computer parts store. It's a you come here and buy a Dell computer filled with bloatware store.
Like Micro Center, I'll be in the store. You know how in most stores you'll look up the item to see if you can get it cheaper online if you don't need it right away?
Yeah.
I'll do that, and sometimes it's actually cheaper in the Micro Center, so I don't even bother looking it up online anymore.
Yeah.
Like Micro Centers, they have very reasonable prices there. And why do they have so many people there? Maybe I go there late at night and there's never any customers in there. Because usually, like when I go out, I usually go out late. And it'd be like right before they're closing, and there'll be like 12 guys in there. Every single one of them, they swarm me. Hey, what do you need? Do you need any help? Need any help finding anything? Can I interest you in a tablet laptop?
A tab top, as I call them.
No, I'm just here to get copy paper
Yeah.
and a free USB drive.
Oh, crud. I always do this. I think I'm lost. Now that sound, that glorious sound, can only be one thing.
It's the canned carbonated water of the week. All right, we can do it quick.
All right, Joe, tell us what you got.
It's the Wegmans watermelon flavor. It's quite good. I think you'll like it.
That sounds new. I've not tried that one for sure. And I have to question watermelon flavor because, as we all know, watermelon comes in two flavors: real, which is the only flavor that you get when you're eating a regular watermelon, and the other flavor, which is terrible artificial watermelon.
No, it tastes like real watermelon, like a little bit more like a real watermelon. Yeah.
It's kind of astounding, I got to admit.
I do like that artificial watermelon flavor, actually more than the real flavor. Those Jolly Ranchers? You ever had those watermelon Jolly Ranchers?
Yeah, they're not. They're okay.
They serve those in a package where it's only watermelons. You ever seen that?
No.
You can just get the Jolly Ranchers that has like all 6 or 7 flavors in it in that bag, or you can get a bag that's only watermelons. Is that the cat?
The cat wants to come in.
Oh my god.
Hey, this is the East storage room.
I thought that was your niece here.
Nope. So listen, this is the East storage room, right? We were just told that one of the spare parts is in this room. There it is. It's a large gear.
Wow, it takes up 2 spots.
It does.
The
Now,
same amount of space as 2 small keys.
now,
There's nothing scary in here.
there... Oh, there he is. Hello.
Should we not be laughing? Should we be like trying to add to the atmosphere a little bit more? Whoa!
I'm not gonna...
Actually,
oh,
that fucking scared. That did.
There it is.
That,
Oh.
I mean, that terrified me.
My inventory is full.
Yeah, you can stack the boards though. Did you know that?
What boards?
No, you only have 1 though.
I
So yeah, it's not useful. This advice isn't useful to you right now.
No.
But the boards do stack for some reason.
I'm gonna discard these because
Oh,
I never
God.
use them anyway. So we just got one of the 2 electric parts. What is this? A knife! Shit, we are so full on ammo. This is bad.
Do you need to use a health kit?
No. Alright, we'll skip the knife because knives are,
Can you just kill the guy?
I could, but why? I don't ever have to go in there again.
But is it worth it for a knife?
No.
A few bullets for a knife?
Nah.
Alright.
My bullet for a knife. My bullet for a knife. So, alright, we're gonna go up on the balcony because A, we need an item box. And B, oh, you know what? There are some zombies here. Hey, shit.
Oh, I bet we wish we had those boards right now.
Something like that. So this is about the point in the game where you've gotten used to the layout of the Raccoon City Police Department. You kind of know what to expect. You generally know where the connections are between rooms. You can generally get from point A to point B with the help of the map, right?
Yeah.
So I just pulled that lever. All it does is make a huge mess. Now, why would anybody want to turn that lever? That's really the question. Why would you? The answer is, well, we're using it wrong. As I'm sure we're about to find out.
I'm really glad that the police officers that worked here were very irresponsible and just left bullets laying around outside the police station.
I can't imagine what they're... Can you...
What the hell are these sounds?
Can you imagine...
These are such weird zombie sounds.
I know. Just think of all the policies they must have been violating with this blatant disregard.
This looks like a dead end.
Oh, it is a dead end, actually. Oh, wait, no. This is what we need. See, it says L and R. Oh.
Oh, no. Well,
Gosh dang it. Hey, I hit the, did I not hit the grenade button? Well, I have good news. Now we can use this. All right, let's get
it's not the best news I've heard, but
No.
it does free up some inventory space.
Oh, look, there's another green herb. There's 2 green herbs.
Can you get it before they get back here, though, and corner you?
Probably. But also, do I want them?
You got a lot of bullets, man.
Yeah, alright, let's just get them.
That's the thing, like, that's one thing I noticed about the game. It's kind of a balancing act between healing items and bullets. Like, if you use a lot of bullets,
Yeah.
you're going to wind up not using as many healing items because you're preventing the damage. But if you use a lot of... if you don't use a lot of bullets, you're going to wind up low on healing items because you're going to be taking a lot of extra damage. Unless you're a super player and you know where to go to dodge everything and you have super good aim.
And actually, let's talk about that for a second, because when I finished the game, I had something like close to 100 extra handgun bullets. I think I had 4 green herbs in my stash.
You get an achievement for that?
No. No achievement. Why would you?
I don't know.
That's just the kind of player that I am, you know? I'm the kind of guy that would rather take damage and not shoot. But you are the exact opposite. Okay, so listen, this is a big deal, right? Remember the guy that spontaneously combusted in here?
Yeah.
Oh, they're here. We just put out
to the
that
show,
fire.
guys.
So the second plot arc has begun. Now that we've put out that fire, and we can now reach some new rooms, and this is where the game gets truly scary. Here's why.
Oh, really?
Oh, hello. Uh-oh.
Can you not walk by him?
I didn't try that last time. I guess I should have. This is Mr. X. If you've played the original,
I know who Mr. X is.
you know who Mr. X is.
But if you don't at home, explain it.
He's a man that chases you, and he's very good at chasing. In fact, if every character in the game was assigned a job, his job would be the chaser.
Well, listen to that. Listen to those footsteps.
And here is where you really grow to appreciate the sound design in this game. So what we're going to do... Oh, we're already cranked up to the max. We're going to put it on... Actually, I do have 5.1 stereo surround sound. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's try that.
You do? Where's the speakers?
There's 4 of them in this room.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, those other ones over there.
Try to find them. So actually, there's a safe in this room, and I do know how to open it, but I don't think we have the time for it, because I think he's going to come through. Is he going to come through? He might not. Also, we're full on inventory space anyway, so this is probably a fool's errand, as they call it. Let's cut this tape.
Well, we're not above that.
No. We've got one of our 2 electronic parts.
So
Oh! Look! Oh!
Yeah.
So he opens doors, and he will chase you relentlessly. This is the scariest part of the game, because this guy is never more than a couple rooms away from you. He will chase you inside the lobby.
Oh.
Which, remember, at the start of this game, I was pretty sure was a safe zone. I was pretty sure that no zombies or Mr. X's could be in this room. I was wrong.
No Mr. X's, no. Would you consider Mr. X to be a tyrant?
I would. In fact, I believe that's his actual his name, right? He's like a tyrant class monster.
I thought that Nemesis was also a tyrant.
I mean, if you were going to describe him, I would certainly describe him as one, but I don't know if that was his actual name. I'm not sure. Now, gotta play Tetris a little bit here. I've got so many things to juggle.
But we have 14 inventory slots, so
Now imagine,
a lot of space.
Yeah, imagine you just made a save here. A save where is he?
There he is.
Imagine you just made a save, and that guy's 5 feet away from you when you boot up your save. That's what I did my first playthrough.
Oh.
And you might be able to surmise that was a terrible idea, and I just did it again.
Do you just wait for like a checkpoint then? You just have to go back to a checkpoint then if he kills you? Is that how that goes?
I mean, you can always run away.
I guess, yeah, if you have enough time. But what if you save it like right when his hand is next to your head? Will it remember that he was in that animation the next time you reload in?
Probably not.
I bet it wouldn't. I bet it would just
Yeah.
remember his location, not the exact animation frame that he was in right next to you.
Yeah, that would be insane. That would be
Yeah.
insane.
That'd also be a nightmare to... I bet that would cause some bugs too.
Yeah,
That would probably be a nightmare,
He probably just...
coding-wise.
Yeah. And look! It's Marvin! Who's now a zombie.
Oh God, no.
Oh no.
Remember Marvin?
Yeah, don't kill him.
He was supposed to be our friend.
Actually, you should probably blow his head off.
I would do it.
He
if
would have
weren't
wanted it that
for
way.
Mr.
Yeah.
X constantly chasing.
Yeah.
Here's the scary thing: Mr. X is almost as fast as you. That's the, and the step he stomps. There's a reason that he's the most terrifying thing in this game.
I mean, what would you do if you were about to turn into a zombie? I guess you just got to end yourself.
Scream, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
So here we are. We're in this little safe room here. Oops. Now, I do remember the combination because I can't even lie. I looked it up because I knew it at one point and I forgot it because my brain is temporarily. Oh, you know what? This is for the crappy handgun that we no longer have. So that was what you might call a fool's errand.
That's in the item box, though, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Guess what?
Oh! Oh, jeez.
I don't think I took damage from
Why'd
that.
you do that to Claire?
I was pretty sure I was going to be able to juke him. But
Yeah, I saw you try to juke him the first time we saw him. I was wondering why you're just running right into him.
Yeah, I mean, usually you can pretty much just run right under him without issue. But not that time.
He looks like that guy from Street Fighter 3. Is his name Q?
Q?
Yeah, I think that's his name. He's got like the metal face, like the no expression face. He's got like a mask on or something, and he's got a trench coat.
I don't know. Now let's see. There's only so many places we can go.
They're both Capcom.
Ah.
So maybe, I don't know, it could be the same designer. I don't know.
All right. Here's what I'm thinking, Joe. As I tend to call you, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, where are we on the map? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run to the library. Now remember, our goal is to get to the clock tower with that gear in hand.
Okay.
And we do not have that gear in hand. And you can see the clock tower here on our map. I'm wondering. Here's what I'm thinking and wondering at the same time. You might call it thundering.
Look at him moving at a brisk pace.
He moves unbelievably quickly. Yo! Yo!
Killed by Marvin.
I'm also I'm also curious why zombies move so quickly on the stairs and yet you do not. Here's what I'm wondering. We're gonna take this gear, right? Gears of War, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a lot of space in our inventory.
Bring the other gun too.
What?
That doesn't solve our problem at all.
No.
Nope.
He is never more than 5 feet away from you, which is probably the scariest part of this entire game.
Listen to that music, the drums.
Yeah, that's how you know he's close. Now, he is a very, I would consider, a sophisticated AI. In the sense that he will react, if you run anywhere in the Raccoon Police Department, he will know where you are, and he will come after you. You know what I didn't do? I didn't clear out this room before the tyrant appeared.
Was that an error? Would you say that was a fool's errand?
It was a fool's errand because in my first playthrough I also did not do that, and I spent probably about 15 minutes playing tag. You son of a bitch.
Huh. It's that snack fiend that we met earlier.
Guess what I didn't bring with us? I didn't bring any healing items.
There's one right there.
Is it?
Yeah,
No.
green herbs right there.
Those aren't green herbs, are they?
They're not?
I don't know.
They look like green herbs to me.
I have good news though. I heard it from a reliable source that this linen room is actually a safe room. And for whatever reason, the tyrant will not come in. However, is he here? He's not even here.
There's the green herbs right there. Right there. No, that's not a green herb. Oh, that's a tipped over plant with blood on it.
It's hard to tell the difference, isn't it? So he's around here somewhere. Let's take a look at this safe we just picked up.
I thought it was a phone. Oh, it's one of these.
Hey! 1, 2. Nope. 1, 2, 3. No. 1, 2, 3. Whoops.
Oops.
1, 2, 3. Nope. 1, 2, 3. Nope. 1, 2.
I think you can do these in any order, like it's a loop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you could try and figure out the other part of the puzzle
yeah.
first instead of just doing 1, 2, 3, because we know 1, 2, 3, right?
Yeah, you're
Okay,
right.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4. But we know 1, 2, 3, 4 now, right?
So that's the last one. Yeah, these are easier to write down. I just tend to brute force them with my dumb brain.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I got it written down. If you need,
Okay,
I get the first 4 written down.
1, 2, 3. Oops. Let's try again.
1,
1, 2, 3.
Top right.
Oh wait,
top
wait.
right.
Yeah, you're right. 1, 2, 3, and
Bottom
then
left.
bottom left, and then the next one I think is this one. Yep.
Yep. All right.
And then after that we got aha. Okay, so our chances are 50-50. I think it's this one. Yep.
Yep. How did you know? How did you know it was that one?
From one of our mess ups before.
Did you just remember? Oh, okay.
Yeah, from like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
From seeing it go in the correct order. Yeah.
Because that is
'Cause it goes
actually
in a loop,
randomized.
right? Yeah.
That is actually randomized every playthrough.
Oh,
So now we have our spare key.
it's interesting what they chose to randomize.
Yeah, it's kind of strange that they didn't randomize.
And that's going to slow down speedrunners. They're going to be having to do that puzzle every time.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
the world record guy is just going to be the guy who got those.
Actually-
got the best rolls on those. Just
Yeah.
got the most lucky on those.
However, you don't actually have to do this. This is not required.
Oh, okay.
So, but it does get you some really, really useful stuff.
Oh, that's right. You get the keypad key to get into the lockers, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And in fact, since we have this USB dongle key, you might remember that in the STARS office there is
The
a
what
PC.
key?
The USB dongle key. You might remember. This looks ominous. You might remember that in the STARS office there is this strangely locked door that requires a USB dongle key on the PC.
This is a giant novelty USB drive.
Yeah, it's pretty goofy, isn't it? It's kind of hot in this room. Did I turn the heat on in this room? I feel like it's very warm in here.
Yeah, it's a little bit warm.
Nope. Heat is off. We're just radiating large amounts of heat.
It's got to be the video card.
Certainly, yeah.
At least it's not on fire.
This does not.
I was thinking about that last night in my sleep. So in here we got this submachine gun, which if you've played Resident Evil 4 and enjoyed the TMP, which I never used, I didn't ever find it to be useful over regular bullets. So there is some more stuff in here that we can grab, but we don't have the inventory space for it.
You grab those darts.
Grab those darts, use them as weapons. Weapons right in the head. So we're going to get out of here. We have a couple things we can do. I think we're probably going to end up going for the spare key in the safety deposit room. But remember that we're being chased, right? So we are being chased the whole time.
Yeah, there's a bunch of zombies left alive.
Right.
Always fun.
We also need... Okay, good news. We can get rid of this. We no longer need that. We have a couple decisions to make here. Crank handle slot. We do need to get to the clock tower, which we get from the east storage room that we were just in. Alright, so this is going to be tricky. What I'm thinking... You can hear him.
No, I didn't hear nothing.
You didn't hear nothing?
I just open the door and see who's there. I just heard someone knocking at the door. I'm sure it's a friendly man.
Do you think he's coming from in front of us or behind us? If you
Being
had-
chased is such a visceral thing.
Yeah.
You ever have a dream where you're being chased? A nightmare?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh boy, do I have nightmares.
And they're all terrifying.
Yeah, every dream that I remember, it's always a nightmare. I never have good dreams.
He's in this room! How is he here? Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh. This is actually quite bad because we have no healing items. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to play a little trick on Mr. X. Get dunked on, loser! It didn't work. It didn't work! It didn't work! We gotta juke him. Gotta juke him! Hope for the jukes! Juked. He actually just didn't even respond, really. He didn't seem to mind that we were
He
juking
didn't
him.
mind at all being lit on fire.
No.
And getting exploded.
The good news is, this is a save room. This is exactly where we need to be. So that was a little inconvenient, if you will. Oops, I didn't mean to dunk that. I love... God, I think my favorite phrase of the year is dunked. It's so funny and dumb. Like, getting dunked on doesn't even mean anything. Like, if you were to rate all the memes from this year, or maybe a couple years ago, I don't know.
Yeah.
Getting dunked on would be near the top because it's so funny and dumb.
Hmm.
It's got the goof factor, you know. Anyway, I haven't had a drink of wine in a long time. You might be wondering, Ed, why did you even say that?
I don't know, man. No reason.
No particular reason.
So this game, it turned out pretty good, man. Like, when you make a remake of a beloved classic, you gotta be real careful. Right?
Where is he?
Oh.
You do. And I have to say that Capcom is...
Is there a door right there? Can he get through?
It's a hallway.
Oh, okay, that's... Okay, he can't get around to your left here?
No, he can't. No, this is a safe room. I will say, Capcom right now is 2 for 2 on Resident Evil remakes. Because if you played the original Resident Evil 1 remake, that was 10 out of 10 for me, top of its class. This? Also, almost nearly perfect.
Is that liquor too? Oh, good.
That is a liquor.
Wait, so you gotta run from Mr. X, but walk from the liquor.
Yeah.
That's not a good combo. This isn't gonna play out well in your favor.
I did just save, right? So. Oh, I actually wanted to go in here. Good news is that lickers cannot enter rooms. They're incapable of learning how to enter rooms. Pretty cool, right? Oh. We didn't really need that.
What's a knife, though? How do you know all these codes? Oh, it's just the number on the locker.
Well, yeah, that too. But also, I know which ones are empty and which ones I haven't gotten. So, I mean, the 2 keys you get are the 2 and the 3, right? So, in classic game design fashion, they hid the best item in the 203 slot. So that you need both items to access it. And it just happens to be the best song in the world.
16 item slots. That's a world record for a Resident Evil game.
It is. It is. Unless you count the attaché cases from Resident Evil 4. But the good news is, now we have plenty of inventory space, and we have a heart door, which we can now access. We're going to have to go in there. We are going to have to go in there, which means taking the very long circuitous route to that area, into this room. Kind of scared. Not really sure how this is going to play out.
So far, so good.
Here's what we're going to do. I mean, and this is the scariest. I know I've said this. I've said this.
God damn it, Marvin.
It's Marvin! Look, it's Mr. X, Mr. T. I've already said this 1,000 times. He's going to grab us again. You know what, dude? You're being a real P in my A. He's being a real P in the A.
Yeah, I think you should probably put some bullets in him. He's going to be bothering you every time you come through here.
But it's Marvin!
Well, he would have wanted it this way.
Yeah, I think you're right. He probably would have wanted that.
So if you're going to remake something, you better be damn sure you're going to do a good job of it. Or you're going to remake something that's as beloved as something like Resident Evil 2. You better make sure you're going to do a damn good job of it. And don't change anything unless you really know that you're going to do it better.
Yeah. And really, oh my god, there's so many of them! I think I'm dead.
Yeah, I think probably, yeah. Oh. That was surprising. I was expecting a lot more from that liquor.
Yeah,
I bet his parents aren't very proud of him. He wasn't even able to kill one woman.
I would not be proud of him.
Well, that's a Geo.
What is a Geo?
Game soup over. It's the end of the episode.
Oh, we're not.
But it's a double episode, so we'll keep going.
We will keep
That's
going,
what it is. Oh, might as well just record it.
This happened on my first playthrough of the game. And it's a very lucky thing that this room is a loop, right? Let's do 102. Oh wait, it was 103, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's why we're very lucky that this room is a loop. Because he sticks his fat old head in there. Uh-oh.
Run.
Uh-oh. I'm getting caught on... There we go. And we're just getting out of here. Oh, okay, I ran right by it. Go whenever...
Oh, we are. All right, wonderful.
So we made it... we made it back to the operations room, and we now know that there's a heart door. Holy... Okay, so I misplayed this during our first LP. Our first couple episodes. Is this a locked door anymore? No. I really should have taken out some of these enemies, but I didn't. And I think we're done. We're done with this key, yes. And the only reason I talked about wine before was because this game makes you very stressed, and it almost makes you wish that you had a glass of wine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, cheers to that.
And now we have access...
If only one of them wasn't plastic.
I know, yeah. Aha! Aha! Now, if you'd like to hear a good story about running in circles for about 15 minutes straight, this is the one you need to hear. We have a tool.
All right.
You might be saying to yourself, Ed, what's a tool for? It's a mechanical jack handle. What's funny about that?
Nothing. It sounds like an insult.
You goddamn mechanical...
Yeah, get away from me, jack handle.
Is he here? There's a copier.
You gotta make some copies?
You gonna make some copies, bro? Actually, I'm gonna grab this grenade.
It's 98. I bet it was a nickel.
Yeah, probably.
Copies used to be a nickel. Now they're what? $6?
They're yeah, is what they are. They're disgusting. Okay, so we actually can't go out this way. We have to go back in the way we came. We have to hope and pray.
I haven't made a copy in years.
Oh, you know what? We can get out this way. Wait.
That's not true.
Wait. Did I go all the way around when we could just have gone in this way? I did the whole loop around. I went around this way and up through here, just to get through here. And there was a door.
But there's a door right there.
There's a door right there. Why did I do that?
Welcome to GameSoupLP's Resident Evil 2 Remake, Part 4, which is also a part of Part 3. This is a double episode.
Now, we are the experts.
This is how we play games
Son
on
of a
GS.
bitch.
And when we die on GS, we get a GO.
He's going to get us.
And there's our GO. Our game soup over.
I will
You've
not
perished.
give up. I did perish. We're going to try it again.
Can we just run in this time, though? Right straight to that door?
Let's do it.
Yeah, we can just run right in.
Let's just
it's
get-
right fucking there.
I know. Well, you know, it seemed too easy.
Yeah, I wasn't...
I'm just kidding.
Mr. X don't know nothing.
You don't know nothing from nobody. Oh, hello.
Did you see that? He just walks by.
He does have a very funny facial expression when he knows where you are and can't go in.
He has no facial expression.
Well, later you'll see him up close. He's got some funny faces.
I'll take your word for
Is
it.
he gonna do it again?
Because I've been hiding my eyes every time I see him so far.
Here he comes. Hello? He like sticks his head in the door.
Hey, what's going on in here?
He wants you just to be part of the team. So we can wait a quick minute for him to walk away.
Yeah, let's do that.
So I actually did not die this much on my first playthrough.
I don't know how that happened. Let's just ignore that and continue recording. So yeah, they did a pretty good job with the remake as far as we're concerned. But there are sometimes there will be a creator that will get hold of an intellectual property and make a new movie or a new game out of it, and they will do a terrible job.
Right.
For example, the Death Note television series.
You mean no, because that was good. You're talking about the Death Note film, right?
Yeah.
The live action film.
Yeah, where they changed everything about it, right?
Yeah, they took out all the parts that made it good. They basically took the idea of Death Note and then just ruined it. They just shat on it a little bit.
Ed and I were talking about this right before we started recording, and hopefully we can reignite the same amount of anger and passion that we had about it earlier.
And I gotta say, I watched it when it first came out
Yeah.
because I was really excited to see it. Because I love Death Note. Death Note is one of my favorite manga and anime. It's one of the few that I have experienced fully. But yeah, the film was laughably bad. It really was just trash. I don't think you can make a worse live action film adaptation if you tried. You really couldn't. It's just that bad.
The way I described it to Ed before we started recording was in probabilities.
Right.
From a probability sense, the odds that there's going to be a guy who obtains all of the skills. Actually, it was two guys, right, that made the comic, that made the manga of Death Note. So the odds that there's going to be two guys that are going to wind up getting to a very high level at their skill, which is writing and art and storytelling, right?
Right.
They're going to get to that high of a level and do it is already astronomically low. And then the odds that they're going to create a piece of artwork, a piece of literature that ignites the imaginations and
wrong room,
connects with so many people and resonates so well with so many people is also incredibly unlikely.
Right.
Even so, there's probably it's a fraction of the teams or the people who get good enough to make something like that, to make something that's going to resonate with that many people. A small fraction of those is going to make something, of that caliber.
Right.
Right? And then for someone to come along and gain access to the intellectual property and make a new product. Now, they had... At that point, your best option is almost definitely to just stick with the source material if it's that well loved.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're making, like, the House of the Dead movie or Doom... Like Doom, and you're making the movie of Doom. Well, it doesn't really matter. There's not a whole lot of story to go off of, especially back then.
Right.
For Doom. And, I mean, what other bad movies? What other bad video game movies or bad remakes are there?
All of them. They're all bad, right?
Yeah. Yeah, most video game movies are bad.
There are maybe two or three good video game movies.
But, like, if there's not a whole lot of story to work with in the first place, then you don't really need to worry too much about changing the source material, because you're going to need to make up a bunch of it as you go anyway. But if you already have something that's as well fleshed out, like the story of Death Note is incredibly intricate, and there's a lot of moving parts,
right.
And to go into it and make changes to that, it's like you're painting over the Mona Lisa or something, right? That's just an obvious example, but it's like you're painting over something that we already know is a masterpiece. Why are you changing it?
Yeah.
And it's just the arrogance of it makes me very annoyed.
Yeah. I don't blame you. I think it's because people don't necessarily respect these as art forms, which they very clearly are.
Well, here's a good, like Castlevania, right? There's the Castlevania TV series, which is loosely based on Castlevania 3,
right? Which
doesn't have a whole lot of story to go on, so they can kind of do what they want. They also did some stuff from Curse of Darkness, which they changed, and I don't want to get into that specifically.
But it was also a home run.
There were some changes that I didn't... No, I wouldn't even say it was a home run, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I like the first season. I like the first season a lot better than the second season, but the second season, it wasn't terrible. I actually haven't finished watching it. I still have 2 episodes to go, so...
Oh, alright. I am so bad. I'm surprised. I thought you would have liked it.
But to get back to the point, it takes a lot of arrogance to change something that's already as well fleshed out and well loved,
right?
In storytelling, and just in the world of art, and literature, it's just very arrogant to do something like that. And there's an upcoming Cowboy Bebop remake.
Oh yeah, that's how we got on this
television show,
right?
That's going to be live action. It's going to be terrible.
Is it actually
there's
even
no
still
way
happening?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's being made. There's no way that it can be good. Like, as far as a cohesive piece of art, I can't think of many better examples than Cowboy Bebop. Honestly.
Like, even if it's good, right? And it could, like, it has, okay, everything has the potential to be good, right? Even if it's good, it's not going to be...
It's not, well, at best, it's not going to live up.
Yeah.
Like, it's capturing lightning in a bottle. That's the way Ed put it earlier.
Yeah.
And they're not, like... With Cowboy Bebop and with something like Death Note, Full Metal Alchemist, maybe that's another decent example, right? These are they didn't move that far from the source material. And in the case of Cowboy Bebop, it was the source material. The show was the original. There wasn't like a manga or a book or anything that it was based on.
There's this electronic part that we need, the second of 2. Sorry, I just wanted to interject. We're now in the clock tower.
But knowing Netflix, they're going to change it a lot, and it's incredibly arrogant because it's about as perfect of a piece of art as I could have ever as I could hope for. I don't even like the Cowboy Bebop movie because I think it was like too little, too late. Not maybe that's the wrong way to put it, but it just wasn't. It didn't live up. Like those 26 episodes were so perfect, and I don't think that sequence of events, that team of artists and Yeah, just that team that made that show could ever capture something like that again. Even if the same team came together to make Cowboy Bebop again, or to make another show again, which a lot of the people have come together and made other shows, they never quite captured the lightning in the bottle that Cowboy Bebop did.
Yeah.
And yeah, like Death Note's another example, I think.
Did you see that? Oh, I'm so dumb. I can't put this gear on here. I think we're missing a piece of the gear, which I did not realize until just now.
Anyway, so that's our rant about the arrogance of trying to change lightning in a bottle.
I will say, Firefly, loved it. Serenity, I can't watch it. I mean, for the obvious reasons, of course, but also because like it doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel nearly the same. It feels like a completely different piece of work, even though it's supposed to be the same universe and all the same characters. I think it was that same thing. Like it's sort of like lightning in a bottle, and it doesn't quite capture the same feel.
You know what's weird about Firefly? You've never seen Cowboy Bebop, but Firefly is kind of a Cowboy Bebop clone.
You know what?
In a lot of ways.
You know what? That may be true. I have nothing. I have no.
I mean, I've seen
defense.
Firefly. It's also great.
It's also great.
It's different enough. It's definitely very much different, but there's an obvious influence there.
So our work here is done in the clock tower. We've successfully alerted every zombie in a 10-mile radius as to our location, which was the goal all along. Because we have a death wish, we no longer wish to be alive and wish to be consumed by tens of thousands of monsters.
I mean, if you were in this situation, would you be this courageous, or would you just hide in a safe room?
I would either hide in a safe room until I starved to death, or I would just run out and be consumed by tens of thousands of zombies. I wouldn't do what Claire is doing and like sort of be in the middle. I wouldn't have the courage to shoot them down. I'm very, very frightened. Small.
If there was
boy.
like a chance that help would come and that there would be a bunch of army guys coming in and busting up all the zombies and that they could save you, then I'd probably hide.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I think I'd try to figure out what my best probability of survival would be.
Yeah.
If there were other lives at stake, if there was something else, like if me doing all this would save somebody else, maybe I would consider.
Most likely I
going
would assume,
out, but
yeah, I would be the first to assume that there was no help coming. So we just unlock this door. We can get back into the balcony, which we really don't need to go to. Oh yeah, that thing in the library earlier. Remember when we pushed those bookshelves? We pushed them all at once. First of all, I didn't know you could do that until this playthrough. You can actually push all the bookshelves at once instead of pushing them individually. So when I came here the first time and Tyrant was in the library doing loops up the stairs and down the stairs, I was pushing each bookshelf individually, one by one, and I swear to God, it took 15... Plus, there were zombies! So it took me like 15 minutes of just a good, push this bookshelf, run in a big circle,
push it again.
Yep, and it took forever. But you can push all of them, and Tyrant wasn't chasing us. So that was lucky. And what are we doing there? Oh, yeah.
You're almost doing a pacifist run.
Almost. And that's kind of the way I like to play it. I take a lot of damage, but I don't kill a lot of things. So our goal now is to get to the where is it? The room with the key card in it, which was somewhere around here. Here it is, private collection room. We need to get back here, which we can luckily do by we need to go to the second floor. Oh, son of a bee butt.
Son of a B, that's what B stands for on GS. Son of a GSB. GSB butt. GameSoup butt. Oh man, there's another. Look at that's really
yeah.
It's always it feels so bad when you pause the game and there's like a hand coming from the side when you unpause it and you get grabbed or not. It's always a coin toss there.
Part of the fear there was that I realized I only have 2 handgun bullets because I didn't bring any more with me.
I love probabilities and randomness. It just always evens out. It's so odd. You would think that a series of random events, if you do it 1,000 times, that you would get some kind of a random, a random. Like if you flip a coin 1,000 times, you would expect that you wouldn't get something very close to 500 and 500. You would think that you could get 700, 300. That doesn't happen. It never happens. Mm-hmm. It's always extremely close to 500, 500. Why is that? I don't know, but I love it.
It's kind of odd.
Like that's how casinos make money.
I heard it once said the best game to play if you're going to try to make money is blackjack, because the odds are closest to 50-50 as they come, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. Whether or not it's true, I mean, I think it is, right? I mean, you could do the math yourself to figure it out.
You know, like something like roulette. I think the way the roulette works, I think there's 40 spots on the wheel, and then there's like one spot that is the house wins automatically. If it lands on that spot, the house just wins. So that's their edge, right?
Right.
So you would think that... Oh, shit. It's just a reminder. So you would think that it would just... Yeah, you would think that maybe if that spot doesn't come up one year and they just lose money that year. It just doesn't happen like that. That spot comes up all the damn time. I mean, because you might say 1 in 40 times.
You might say. That's really the most amazing part. You know, now that you mentioned, I would say that probably the biggest competitive edge they have is that people don't necessarily understand probability.
Yeah, well, they definitely don't, and
Right?
and also human beings are not rational.
Right.
They're just gonna keep betting it. They're gonna bet poorly. They're gonna bet it all, like on a 50-50 shot or on a whatever a 48-52 shot, something like that. And then if they win, they're gonna keep going. They'll think they're on a hot streak, but there's no such thing as a hot streak.
Yeah.
Each individual flip is an individual event.
You do that 10,000 times a day, casino's always going to come out on top.
Good to see you again, Claire. We've got unfinished business.
Where's that?
In the neighborhood. You'll find it.
Sherry all right?
For now.
I swear, you bastard, if you hurt her...
Stupid kid. If you just hadn't dropped that fucking thing, I could let you go.
Don't worry, Sherry. It'll be all over soon.
There has to be a way out of here.
Here we go with the obligatory play a different character section of the game. A section that nobody ever likes in any game, but we're going to do it here. I would say that half my deaths in the grand total of this, my first playthrough, were from this section.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah.
So we get to see a little girl perish over and over again?
Over and over and over.
That
Like,
doesn't-
yeah, you don't really see her perish, so to speak.
Oh, good.
But
They black it out, or they turn it to black and white so it doesn't look as gory?
oh, you'll see.
All
You'll
right,
see.
sounds good.
It's still creepy. Still creepy. So, here's the first puzzle we have to do in this section. Now, when I was first doing this, I made a terrible, terrible, dumb mistake.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking up here, and you can see on the left side there, you got that square up at the
Yeah,
top.
yeah,
It's
I see that.
it's there to give you a hint that, okay, you should start with a square. Oops,
Yeah,
that's a
yeah,
circle.
yeah.
I didn't realize that there was another one just below it.
Yeah, there's a circle down there, right?
Yeah, it took me-
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I
so
was,
this puzzle's probably actually really pretty simple.
I think it is, but I think I'm also pretty
Oh,
dumb.
you got to change the order of the blocks too.
Right.
I didn't realize that. Okay, so maybe not quite as simple as I might have first thought. There you go. I think you got it.
No,
I think that's it.
no,
You just need
No.
a triangle on top. There you go. Oh no, that's not right.
no. And hopefully it didn't take you this long, because this took me about 6 or 7 minutes of real time when I first did this. I felt really dumb. I'm gonna feel dumb. There's got to be a trick, right? Like one of these has to have like a duplicate, like 2 of one of these shapes on. Oops. There's got to be some.
Well, what do you win from this anyway?
You can't leave.
Oh, you win your freedom.
Right.
Oh, that's actually pretty good. I was
Yeah.
gonna say I want a Dreamcast guy hat. I would hope that there would be a Dreamcast guy hat in there.
That would be worth.
That would be pretty sweet. I need one of those hats. I don't think he sells them. I think he just got a custom embroidered
Aha.
Dreamcast guy hat made for him. Oh, we're talking about a guy named Dreamcast Guy. He's another YouTube channel. Don't watch him until after this episode. Then watch all of his episodes. All
Don't
right?
you dare watch him. You know what I like is that you're locked in this room, right, because of Chief Brian Irons.
But yeah, if you can get me a hold of a Dreamcast Guy hat, I don't want a Dreamcast hat. If it just says Dreamcast on it and it's got the little swirly logo, I don't want that. It needs to have the guy at the end. Dreamcast Guy.
You ever seen the hottest new run of the year of 2019?
Yeah, that's a pretty good dance.
I call this the Kidnapper.
The guy opens the door. What are you doing in here, Sherry? I was bored.
I was gonna comment on the, like how good the faces look, even in real time. Although that's not really a good close up, but like you can see Claire's face close up and it still looks good, man.
Weren't we saying that it was still in the Uncanny Valley though on the last
It
couple
is
episodes?
unbelievably, yeah, absolutely. But it still looks good for the Uncanny Valley. I do like, however, okay, we just picked up the scissors. I like that this is even here. You don't even need scissors for this. Do you understand?
No, you
dumb
can just
little
rip
girl?
that off.
This dumb little girl, Sherry, doesn't realize you can very clearly see through there. Just use your goddamn hands, Sherry. Didn't need to use the tape at all. It's so dumb. But okay. Okay, so that's our one special ability here is we can crouch.
Oh, this is how they teach us how to crouch.
And that's the only thing that we...
You can't crouch as Claire?
No. Because why would you need to?
Wow, Sherry's got some really good skills then.
So remember on the back of the box, if you looked at the back of the box for the game, you might have noticed that it said new areas. This is the new area. This is the, I mean, more or less the one new area. But that's not really even fair to say because the rest of the game is so entirely different anyway that it's all like a brand new game.
Yeah.
But this is the one like completely new area. And if I recall correctly, Leon has a similar segment where you play as Ada. But this is more of a stealth section. Kind of reminds me a lot of if you played RE4, the Ashley sections, where you're just kind of running from everything. Kind of like that, you know? It's okay. It's okay.
It's thrilling.
Except in this case, the only thing you're running from is you're just trying to escape, and you're running from Chief Brian Irons. What's funny about that?
I really don't know why that was funny. The way you said it, I think it was just your delivery, your inflection there. Really tickled me somewhat for some reason.
Chief Brian Irons, that thing. This door's
Yes,
locked.
yes, that thing. Don't do it again. It made me laugh really loudly into the microphone.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah, they gotta reinforce that crouch. You're gonna need it.
So that was pretty simple, right? That's the end of this segment.
Yeah.
Because now we can just reach the front door and leave.
That must be the door out of here.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, you shouldn't say that so loudly, though, little girl. The old man might hear you.
It's
You
locked.
carry 8 items. It's pretty good. It's as many
Darn
items as a starting adult.
Yeah, I know, right? Darn it, I need the key.
Hey, look at those dice.
Back in here.
Yeah. We should roll them and see how many times you can get a 7. Roll them 1,000 times.
7 is the most common dice roll.
Yeah.
By, like, what is it, like 14%? I think it's 14%.
I wish I knew, but it's probably more than 14%.
It's him. Him and his... He's really good at singing! Is that him?
It's Mr. X.
Why is he spending his life capturing us? He could be an opera singer. He could be a full-time operaman. Wait,
That's no life for anyone, though.
Blank's diary. What? Blank's diary. If you reading this, go call police. Boogeyman's here, eating everybody. Many bark boogeymans here. Helk. They're coming, helk me mommy. You know what, kid? Just for that, I'm not gonna do it.
That was disturbing. I haven't been this disturbed since the last time I read a Junji Ito story.
Is he still doing anything?
Probably, but I can't pay him any mind.
Why not?
Well, what's your favorite Junji Ito story?
Holes. The one where you walk into a hole in the wall that's shaped in your body?
In the mountain? The mountain one?
Yeah, the mountain one,
Oh,
yeah.
God.
They're all messed up and terrifying, though.
I like the one with the restaurant with the Zit kid and like the guy that butchers well,
Is that the guy that's made of grease?
yeah, it's the grease one.
I hate that one so
that
much.
one's gross, yeah.
It's so gross. There's the key! Uh-oh.
Where you going, Sherry?
Did you see how his face moved?
I told you to stay put.
Oh, he outsmarted us.
You need to learn to listen.
Leave me alone. Just please.
Time to teach some manners.
What do you think he's gonna do when he catches up to us? Like, what's his version of teaching you some manners, do you think?
You little bitch. You're gonna pay for this.
Oh, his horribly disfigured face. That's why they say, you do what you oughta. You add acid to water. Do you know that?
Wait, that's not right.
That is true.
Wait, why do you add acid to water?
You add acid to water because if you add water to acid, the acid is going to explode.
Wait, really?
So, okay, when you add water and acid together, they create a highly, highly exothermic reaction. especially if you add them in the wrong order, basically, right? And water is known for having a high, I forget what the exact term is, a high capacity for temperature changes. So high water capacity, sort of, so to speak. And if you're adding acid to water, all that temperature change gets held in by the massive amount of water. But if you're adding water directly to acid, there's not enough water to keep in all the heat. So what's going to happen is, if you add acid to water, if you add water to acid, it'll explode instantly in your face. Because the acid is not enough to contain all that heat that you've just created during that exothermic reaction. I'm not lying, this is true. So
I had no idea that mixing elements together
so if you're ever
in different orders mattered.
Yeah.
I thought it was just what elements you mix together, because all I've known about mixing elements is from playing video games.
It's kind of like
it's all over now. Doors locked.
This is the part I failed on maybe 5 times. I was so bad at this. I probably will fail again, actually.
Where are you?
So you just have to evade his
yourself.
flashlight, right?
I know you're in here.
But
The
there's
longer it takes me to find
a
you,
trick to it.
The worse it's gonna be.
And I think... Wait, I'm wrong. Am I wrong? I think I'm wrong. This is trial and error, actually. This is probably my least favorite part of the game. It's just trial and error. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Bitch has gotta be here somewhere.
You're supposed to, like... Yeah, you're... Shit, where am I supposed to go? Yeah, here it is. Okay. Yeah, so you're kind of just supposed to take advantage of his brief, you know...
Screw ups.
How can you not see us here?
Yeah, he's not very good.
He's quite a dum-dum.
He's an enemy in a stealth section in a video game. You can't really expect too much from him.
Is it locked?
I don't know. I saw a little arrow on there.
Oh, really?
I think so, yeah.
Shit.
So you can do something to it.
Oh, no, it is locked.
Yep, it's locked. Sorry about
This
that.
is your last fucking chance. Show yourself. Now.
So that's part of what makes acids and bases so fascinating. Is the...
Game over.
Oh, come on! Oh, that's what.
Yeah.
GS over. Game Sherry over. You are trapped. Oh, well, at least you're not dead.
Yeah, that is true. Did I just go to easy mode? I really hope not.
How do we check?
I don't
Pause
know.
the game and check if we're in easy mode?
I don't think we are. Gotta hide. So, okay, I messed it up again. But, like, you know, there's one place where you're supposed to hide in this room, and if you don't hide there, you just get caught. But, anyway. That's why chemistry is so cool. Because if you add 2 different things in the reverse order, in the wrong order,
Doors locked.
you explode. But you add them in the right order, and you don't die.
That's really cool, man. Nothing wrong with
Where
it.
are you?
Yeah, never mind.
Show yourself.
It's really cool.
I know you're in here. The longer it takes me to find you,
So, yeah,
the worse it's gonna be.
What's your favorite Junji Ito story? Leave it in the comments below.
If you haven't read them, also...
Read them all. Read them all late at night.
I was gonna say, what would you recommend, but,
I haven't read them all. I can't. I've
No.
read probably like 4, and I that's enough.
Oh, he did say doors locked. He did say doors locked.
And they're one of those things like you start reading, you can't stop.
Yeah.
You can't stop. You just have to, even though it's grotesque and disgusting, and you know that you're not going to be able to sleep that night, and you're going to have dreams about it.
Yeah.
No, you just got to keep doing it.
Nope.
I was reading The Promised Neverland. Have you heard of this one?
No.
Terrifying. Really, really well written. Especially like the first 30 or 40 chapters.
Shit.
Pretty incredible. And also the artist is one of my favorite artists.
Is it Junji Ito?
No.
Oh. Now, what did I do wrong last time that I can change this time to not get caught?
This is your last fucking chance.
What did I do
Show
wrong?
yourself. Now.
I mean, this is everything so far you've done
Exactly the same.
exactly the same, including trying to go through that locked door.
Yeah. I think this is what you have to do. I think you have to stand in the corner,
Oh, he's going over there.
and yeah. Right. So now he runs into the bathroom in pain, agonizing.
Now you can grab the key. Obviously, they're really blatantly showing us that key.
So we want to go through the door on
the left, I think.
Yeah.
Because that's where he said door's locked,
Right.
right? So we want to run. So this room is exactly.
Fuck is my key?
Door's locked.
Yeah.
It's exactly organized, so you have to run around in such a weird way. There's a room in Resident Evil, in the original Resident Evil. It's that room. There's like a stairway down in the middle of the room, and there's like a bunch of railings, and it's like a spiral.
I know what it
makes no sense.
Yeah.
The way that these games are laid out they would make no sense if someone built a place like one of these places, like the police station. And the excuse in this game is that the police station used to be a museum, right? But it still makes no fucking sense how everything's laid out.
It still doesn't make any sense. So, try as we might, we still cannot get out the front door. However, we can lock this door.
I didn't even see a keyhole there.
Oh! So for some reason, he wants the locket that we were carrying that Claire now has. And part of this deal to keep Sherry alive was to return the locket to him.
Now you're in trouble.
Let me go!
Uh-oh. No,
Is he gonna turn into a monster?
Good to see you again, Claire. We've got unfinished business.
What are you talking about?
Don't waste my fucking time! Bring me the pendant, or Sherry dies.
Pendant? What do you need it for?
Do you want the girl to die?
Fine. Where are you?
The orphanage.
The orphanage. Where is that?
In the neighborhood. You'll find it.
Is Sherry all right?
For now.
I swear, you bastard, if you hurt her.
It makes you wonder, though.
Serious?
Why does the orphanage have a monitor of what goes on in the police station? Is there somebody in the orphanage who needs CCTV control over what's, like the locked rooms in the police station? Like, why? Is that just me?
Just you wait, asshole.
Do you think Brian Irons set it up that way on purpose?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah. That's where his base of operations is the orphanage.
Do you think
that's where he runs his police business.
He took the time to set up a camera just in this room?
You ever heard of a police station referred to as a police business? I'm going to start doing that. Hope you don't mind.
It's probably more appropriate to call it that, isn't it? What with the quotas for tickets and for-profit prisons. Oh, we're taking a stance. We're taking a stance on GameSoup today. I feel like we shouldn't do that.
What, do you think there are people that are listening who are for-profit prisons?
No, I don't necessarily think that
Or pro-slavery?
I just think that any topic that has any amount of give in it, one way or the other, is bound to give you some downvotes, some thumbs down, some dislikes.
Well, that adds to our... I don't know. It bumps you up in the algorithms or something on YouTube, doesn't it?
Something like that.
I think so, even if you get thumbs downs. So yeah, let's talk about it, man.
Well, it's a mess. For-profit prisons are a thing.
And slavery is legal.
And
it's actually constitutionally legal, which I learned recently. It's very, it's not a really well-known fact. I think it's the 15th Amendment, the one that ended slavery.
Yeah.
It says that it ends slavery except for in cases of incarceration.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's why they can make prisoners work for free or for pennies on the dollar.
That's not great.
Something like that. I mean, I'm not an expert on the topic, but it's something like that.
You got these Scandinavian countries, right? The ones that are much more progressive than us. The ones that focus on actually rehabilitating people who commit crimes and like trying to understand them. But we just treat them as
Animals?
Animals. Yeah, and we lock them up forever.
And have maybe the highest incarceration rate in the world?
Absolutely, without a doubt. Yeah, the stat is, I don't know exactly, but it's ridiculous, and we are absolutely, without a doubt, the #1 country that incarcerates the most of our population. So where was that key card slot? Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. So this is the most thrilling part of the game.
Oh, you know, you're safe as long as you don't get caught with any plants or powders in your pockets.
Right. Unless you live in Colorado. Oh my God!
What? Are you serious?
Oh my! I did not know he could come here. That scared the hell out of me.
He came out to the parking garage. He's like, have you seen my car?
How did he get there?
My license plate number, it's just X, 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 X. About 16 X's.
That scared the bejesus out of me. And I'm yawning because I'm so scared. That
Gun shop Kendo.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Guy?
Yeah.
You see that guy? I can just throw him off you too.
I
nice job, man.
That kind of scared me. But all right. So our goal is just to get to the orphanage. Like Chief Brian Irons said, it's really just it's in the neighborhood. I love that billboard there that you run by.
Yeah, it's like, look, it's a very friendly face.
Is that the moon right there? Oh no, that's the clock tower.
Yeah, that's the clock tower.
Something like that. Yeah.
It's pretty cool though that we're outside finally.
Hey, look, dogs.
Oh, good. I have a feeling this is gonna go really well.
It's cool that you get like the little bird's eye view of what's to come here.
Was there graffiti in the original game?
There was.
Oh, there was.
In the basketball area, which is where I think we're about to be.
Yeah, I see it right over there.
Yeah,
I love graffiti.
So my first playthrough, the trick with this area, if you believe it,
it was just a run.
God damn it!
Didn't work. You bit your hand.
Yeah, the trick was
he went right for the hand.
Yeah, the trick was actually to just run and you didn't take any damage. But things are not playing out so Millhouse this time. And there is something in this area. There's probably an herb. Yes, an herb and some bullets. So we're gonna grab that herb because we need it. But yeah, the dogs really don't pose that much of a threat. Now let's see, where do we just want to go straight up this way. Oh, we can't do that. Oh, can't do that.
I keep wanting to roll.
Yeah. Yeah, right. You don't
Whenever
get
I play like any kind of game like this, I always want there to be like a dodge or a roll, but it's not an action game. There's no combat rolls in this game.
I think my favorite this is unbelievably cool. This is a shout out to the first game, to RE2 the original.
Oh yeah, you can move. Couldn't you do that in the first one? There was that part where you moved through the bus, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that was in the very beginning of the game. The bus part. Alright, so I got bit by dogs. That didn't happen the first time. And I really wish it hadn't happened this time.
Man bit by dogs.
Oh god. You ever come across those collections of silly headlines when you were a child?
Yeah.
There are still some. Look at these gravestones.
Do you still have that book?
Jay Leno's funny headlines?
No, there was a book that you had that was
National
like National Lampoon's funny.
You had it for a long time.
You know what? Yeah, it might still be at my house. It's got to be.
I think it is.
It's around. It's in the family. Someone in the family has it.
And it's
we can be assured. All right, we probably shouldn't be talking about this on the show though, because
right.
nobody remembers that book.
No, but I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
All right, I guess I gotta keep the show going here. So yeah, favorite Junji Ito story? Leave that in the comments. So yeah, I recently saw a review video on YouTube. This is something that really grinds my gears. He was using all kinds of fluffy language, and I hate this when any YouTube video or any kind of a review site. I hate when the writers use all kinds of ridiculous fluffy language. Like, this isn't your creative writing class, right? It's not an outlet for your spirit animal. Come on, man. Just tell me the damn story. It's a fucking news story. Tell me the news as quickly as possible so I can move on with my day, right? If I want to see some creative writing, I'll watch a TV show, play a game, read some comics. But when I'm reading a review for a game or a review for anything, I just want you to tell me how it is so I can move on, right?
Yeah. Yeah. The cone, traffic cone.
I was just telling him a little story there.
Sorry, that took a little bit longer, but than I wanted it to. But When I was a child, we came across this book called Headlines 3. Not the movie, still the book, by Jay Leno. It's all the funniest headlines I think I've ever seen.
All right. Well, you want me to read some of these while we're doing this LP here?
I thought you might enjoy checking it. Some of these are just they're too good for this life. Too good to exist in this world.
Hello? I have the pendant.
University of Michigan mulls neutering its freshmen.
Of course. What could they have meant?
Too long. My wee too long.
How does he know William? This episode of Game Soup brought to you by carbonated water. Also, I gotta say, look at the textures on the books here to the right. Those are some nasty books. Look at that.
Yeah,
That's pretty bad.
pretty low res, yeah.
But it could just be our settings.
I think they could have done better. Yeah, let's turn up the settings, see if we can see what books they got on the shelf. They
Rendering.
definitely have multiple copies of the same book. I hope one of them is Technical Analysis of the Financial Markets by John Murphy. One of my favorite titles.
So I just cranked the image quality up to 200%. They still look bad.
Yeah.
Man. So I wonder if... I have noticed that in the past. Like, very, very occasionally, there are some things that just do not look good. And, oh, you know what? This is probably at texture quality. We can't go that... You know what?
Let's just do it just for the books.
Push it to the limit.
Hi, 8 gigabytes. This is... Oh, there they are. Oh, there they are.
Look at the names of these books. They killed him.
I wonder if these are real titles. We should get on Amazon and check these out. I bet these are good books.
You know...
They're not?
No, I was just gonna say the terrible warning that we were given just now about how our RAM usage is 9.89 gigs out of 4 gigs, and it said horrible bugs may occur. But you know what? OBS is not giving us any problems. Oh, it is pretty bad frame rate wise though. It's giving us a 54.
54. You should probably turn the textures back though.
Yeah, we're going to.
Just to be safe.
It kind of seems like using more RAM than you actually have in your graphics card would cause it to explode, but it doesn't really seem to do that. So we're gonna get rid of that.
That's probably the maximum that it can use, right? You got 16 gigs of RAM though.
Well, no, this is graphics RAM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, graphics RAM.
Yeah.
Yes, you don't have 16 gigs of Nobody has 16 gigs of graphic RAM.
Well, if you bought one of those shiny new 2080s or whatever.
I guess you got the best one,
Yeah.
maybe. I think mine's like 2 gigs.
This actually tastes like a real watermelon.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you, man.
Yeah. If you remember
It
that.
took you an hour to open it.
I know.
Oh, you're playing, so I can't complain. I'm doing here,
And
running my mouth.
I had a really important thought about that. First of all, I'm impressed that this is the first ever actual real watermelon flavoring, as opposed to that disgusting candy watermelon. But you know that grape that you eat, the grape candy flavor that doesn't taste anything like grapes?
Yeah.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because that flavor actually exists. It's called a Concord grape. You ever had a Concord grape?
Nah.
When I was in college, there used to be a farmer's market. There was a farmer's market every Saturday morning.
Did you hear that sound effect? That's like a classic horror sound effect that on the soundtrack. Yeah, with like the chopped up sound. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the bass drop kind of thing too.
Yeah.
All right, so we're getting chased.
It's like a Michael Myers movie.
Look at his dumb face.
He's Michael Myers. Yeah, it's playing like Halloween type of music, and it's a Michael Myers type. Oh, okay.
We got saved by William Birkin, who is Sherry's father. He's fine. He's fine.
No, Daddy.
Sorry, you can put that away if you want, that book. I didn't know if you were done with it.
Claire, are you all right? Can you hear me? Claire? Claire, you have to get up. He's going to get us. Wake up! Wake up!
Wake up. Wake up. Open your eyes. Hold still. Not infected. What the... Sherry?
Where's Sherry?
Sherry's fine.
Do you know Sherry?
It's an impressive display of strength.
What happened to her?
We have to assess the situation.
Who are you? I'm Claire.
I didn't foresee this.
Excuse me. Where is she? Hello?
What?
Where's she?
Annette. Tell me, what happened to William?
I don't know. Who's that?
The creature responsible for this.
What? Can you help me find Sherry?
Seems to be evolving much faster than expected.
Where are you going?
Look, I don't have time to play 20 questions. Everything's under control.
I need to find Sherry.
My daughter is not your concern.
You old slag.
You were waiting the whole cutscene to say that. It's pretty funny, though.
It is pretty funny.
And I've been waiting the whole cutscene to say this. Angry, jobless Santas picket mall after elf accused of lechery.
Lechery! What is lechery?
Santa Claus walked a picket line Friday after a company that provides Santas was fired by mall managers because an elf allegedly made a suggestive comment to a store employee. That's the story.
All right. Ah. So here we learn about the G virus. Oh, that's messed up. I actually didn't read this. It has an intense desire to reproduce, but the chances of success are very low. I suppose the only ones who might be close enough of a match would be any biological children of the subject. What? Well, that puts a twist on things, somewhat. Doesn't it?
Missing turtle turns up after 13 years.
That's an article?
Yeah.
That's horrible.
All right. An oriental soft-shell turtle, presumed dead for 13 years, has been found alive and well in her compartment at a zoo in Devon, the curator says. The curator said the turtle, who disappeared in 1976 from Paynton Zoo 130 miles southwest of London, was found hiding in a silted pond after a gardener spotted her stealing meat. The turtle is now full-size with a large bobbing neck and a 12-inch soft, gray, pliant shell. Zookeepers were amazed at its excellent condition, especially since the turtle's primary diet is meat. And there was no meat in the tropical house until last week when meat-eating birds arrived.
What?
It wasn't funny until the end. Meat-eating birds.
Meat-eating birds. Is that real?
Yeah.
That can't be real.
I don't know, man.
Sherry, can you hear me?
Iowa cemeteries are death traps.
They sure are.
Nothing destroyed in fire, but damage near $100,000.
These are so dumb.
Now I'm gonna smell like shit. Literally.
Here is what I consider to be the scariest, maybe, part of the playthrough.
All right, I'm going to do one more of these headlines, and then we'll bag it for this episode.
Yeah.
Deputy shoots self in butt.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
When is this book from? 1991?
It looks like it, right? It's an old... I mean, the pages have been falling out for years.
It's got a picture of Jay Leno on the cover sitting cross-legged in an old-timey office chair.
Back when late-night hosts actually made a living. Speaking of which, have you seen the new Conan?
No.
Conan has reinvented himself recently. He was off the air for 3 months on TBS.
Oh.
And he came back with a brand new show. Instead of doing like the traditional late-night host thing, he does half-hour shows. He doesn't do interviews like behind a desk and all that. It's just him, and there's no house band. So it's just him He comes down on stage, he does his bit for 30 minutes, and the show's over. Because, like, the whole late night thing is kind of dying.
Yeah, know? I mean it's an old format from like the Johnny Carson days, right?
Yeah, but I really wish it was still a thing because I love Conan O'Brien. Oops.
Yeah, I mean I used to love him on the old, like the very old one on
yeah.
what was it, NBC I think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Before he got hired and then fired 8 months later on the Jay Leno show.
What is this?
Sherry, I told you I cannot leave here until my work is done.
That's what you always say. Sherry?
Why didn't you stay in the house? It was safe there.
Hey, Sherry! I was scared. Those things were everywhere, and...
You should have called the police. That's what we taught you.
I did, but nobody came, and you didn't answer your phone, so...
Sherry, I don't have time for this.
Oh no. Sherry! Sherry, I'm coming!
I'm gonna collapse out of boredom.
Right there.
She's got bad parents. They're both monsters.
They are both monsters, and only one of them is actually a monster. That's amazing, isn't it? You gotta try hard to be that bad of a parent. Thank you for your interest in Knight's Construction Company. Over the past 20 years, we've had the honor to work on the sewer system of some of the country's greatest cities. Chess.
Of all the texts to read in this game, that's the one you decided to read.
Can you imagine having honor in working in some of the sewer systems in some of our country's greatest cities? Oh, that's real great. Oh, real great. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, we have to honor the people who work in our sewer systems, because without them, we would be swimming in feces. Anyway, the game just hard locked.
No, it didn't.
Oh, thank Christ. I don't know what just happened.
We're alright, man.
We're alright. So this is the scariest part of the game for me. If only because I played it a few days ago for the first time. And it's got some oogly booglies in it, you might say. You might say that, you know? Oh, there was a map. We have to go back and get the map. If you remember in the original game, RE2, this is where the spiders were, and the giant alligator. Do you remember the giant alligator, Joe?
Vaguely.
It was kind of like a meme boss in the original.
I've never beaten the original Resident Evil 2. I've seen bits and pieces of the game.
Okay.
I've probably seen you play it and other people play it.
Yeah.
It's just a big piece of gaming culture. So if you've been around games for as long as we have, like, you kind of just somehow come across Resident Evil 2.
What do we got? Aha! Tool! What kind of tool is it, you might ask? I would call it a T-tool? Is that a thing? T-bar valve handle.
Yeah. Wow, you're really smart. You're good with tools, man.
Required for cable car entry.
You know what, lady? I don't take orders from you.
Yeah, stuff it. Stuff it, you robot bitch.
Delivery receipt. The item below has been delivered to your location. The combination to the safe is written on the side of the safe in chalk. For really? For really? The combination is written on the side of the safe in chalk.
That's really an odd way for someone to deliver a safe to you. Have you ever ordered a safe?
No.
Do you have a safe?
Uh-uh. Do you?
Nope.
I'm sure it's fun, though.
Actually, I have a fire safe. I have like one of those fire things where you put documents in.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Hey, look, there it is.
Oh, there it is. 212-18. It was 212-8. Oh, it was 212-8, not 18. Yeah. There is no 18. Well, this is a really simple combination lock.
Especially.
Do you remember any of your combinations from your high school or middle school lockers?
I do.
Are you serious?
For a long time, I remembered all of them, but I think I only remember one or two now.
I don't remember a single one. I don't know how you remember.
Oops. Wait. For the SLS 60. Son of a bitch. This is for the other gun that we have.
Oh, God. Is it an upgrade for it? Reinforced frame?
Yeah, it's an upgrade that lets it shoot Magnum rounds.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
It is pretty impressive, but unfortunately we're not going to get to see it right now. Also, I should have dumped some stuff out of my inventory back when I had the chance, but I didn't.
That's one of those Yellow Vest protesters.
You know what? You're right.
I am? Really? They've turned?
I don't know.
Because I mean, from the pictures and stuff I've seen, it looks more like a riot. Like what they call protesting now in the news is usually more of a riot. There's usually burning cars and stuff at any of these protests.
He's not dead.
No matter what they're protesting. Unless it's, you know, one of the wimpy protests where they are asking for permission to protest. You know, these kind of things.
I suppose.
Where they ask the government for permission to protest.
Well, you know.
But, like, the real protests all seem to turn into riots.
That may be true.
I'm not really against it, you know.
You know what's funny about Japan?
What about it?
You get a pass. You apply for a pass to riot on a certain day at a certain time. Not riot, protest.
Yeah. Well, that's how it works in most places. Like most governments will allow you to ask them to protest.
I feel like asking kind of defeats the purpose.
Exactly, it defeats the purpose. That's the point of a protest. Usually you're protesting something that the government is doing to oppress the people. Or something that somebody's doing to oppress people. So you shouldn't really need to ask permission to do such a thing, especially if you're being peaceful. Obviously I prefer a peaceful protest, but if you're flipping cars over and lighting them on fire, if you're the guy doing that, you know, stop.
I mean, really, stop.
Because that's just some guy's car.
Yeah, you're not really protesting.
For some lady's car. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Knock it off.
You're not really hurting the government in that case. You're just being a dick. Like, yeah, there's a big difference, right? Oh, yeah. So, this part.
Jesus.
All these bodies. This is where the spoopy factor comes in, because you see these little guys. Whatever this thing is. Oh, shite.
I think this is a GSO.
Nope, we're good. We're good. There are a couple of these in the game.
Whoa.
There are many of them, in fact, you might say.
Whoa.
Yeah, they're huge. Those are what replaced the spiders in the original. Now there are these. Okay, and there's another one.
These seem a lot more terrifying.
Yep. Indeed they are.
I mean, spiders are about as generic as it gets. These are about as... But these they were designed to be as... disgusting as possible.
Mission accomplished. Okay. This room. You want to feel like a real dunce?
Yeah.
Continue watching. I felt like a real dunce. So the objective in the sewers, right, is to get a hold of 6 plugs. 3 of them are already in the save room. This is another one. It's called the Queen plug. Let's go combine these real quick.
Wasn't that your nickname in high school?
The Queen plug. Oh, Christ.
Hey, so listen.
Yeah.
Is this going to be a good place to call this episode?
Maybe. Yeah, why not? Let's do it.
Well, because I have bonus material, and I do not want to include this while we're playing the game, because it's going to take a little bit of time, and it's going to be very distracting from the gameplay.
Oh, I see. Well, you know what? This is a section where there's not much happening because I'm a dunce. I told you that already, right?
All right, we'll be a dunce on the next episode. Oh, do you want to do the dunce part, and then we'll call it?
Yeah, let's do the dunce part.
Let's do the dunce part. All right.
If you want to do bonus material, now is the perfect time. But you don't have to.
Let's do it after the dunce.
All right. So there are 3 plugs remaining in this room. Did you see that?
I saw it.
Yeah. So that's your.
I feel like there's been more laughter than shock in this LP. You know, you expect with a Resident Evil game that there's going to be more shock.
Yeah.
And more jump scares and screaming and, well, a lot of fakery going on with a lot of these LPers. You know.
Yeah.
They're screaming about everything and overreacting. It's not that scary. It's just a video game. Get over yourself.
There are jump scares.
But there are jump scares. Yeah. I have been scared. You know, it's been our legitimate reactions. I don't know. I just can't. It's really hard for me to fake act.
But outside of the jump scares, pretty much like every other Resident Evil game, nothing is actually.
Was that the King plug?
That was the King plug.
What a coincidence. That was my nickname in high school.
Hey, so check it out. We got the Queen plug, the King plug, and the Rook. I mean, what are you talking about? I mean, I don't know what plug it is. It could be any plug.
That's where the queen plug goes.
Where is it?
There's the king plug right there.
I have good news. And bad news. Good news is a new gun, spark shot. Bad news is we don't have enough. Oh, we do have room for it. Okay. Good news is we unlocked this door. So now we can leave with all 3 plugs in our inventory. Is what you might say if you were not a dunce. However, I am not that smart. And I believe I spent about 10 minutes running around trying to solve this puzzle last time. And especially considering that we only have 1 more inventory slot.
You could use a heal. You could use the double green, maybe.
Yes, I'm quite the dunce here, you see. Yeah, let's do that. Small waste of a 1 green herb, but nobody really cares. So what do we got here? We got the queen plug. There's 1 more plug. Where is it? Where's that last plug? Okay, queen plug. This is like a little mini maze, you know, if you will. A little mini maze, little Billy maze here. Trick is just to leave. Now look. Oh, nothing in there. Where in the world is that rook plug? I mean, what plug? How could I have known that? Aha! Nope, that's the queen plug. At some point, we're just going to have to fast forward through this because...
How about a news story? Alright. Ammo Box Studios fairly recently, released a game called Eximius. And the publisher, the Game Wall Studio, stole all the profit and ran. The publisher just took all the profit and did not give the agreed amount.
What?
Whatever their percentage was to the developer. So they spent, you know, however long, months or years building a game, and then they got a publisher. The publisher released the game, took all the money, ran.
Oh my god.
So Ammo Box, the developers, they filed a copyright claim on their own game from Steam to have it removed from the store so that people couldn't buy it anymore.
Dude.
Because they weren't getting any of the money.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
How does that even happen?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
That is messed up.
I don't know. I wrote that down. I heard about it from Yang Yi. You know this guy?
No.
You seen him around? Yeah, he's like a... I don't know if he's a new channel or what's going on. He keeps popping up in my feed. Yang Yi.
What does he do?
Just gaming news. I thought that one was interesting. But continue watching this episode of GS because we got something great coming for you at the end.
We do?
Yeah. We do.
I was going to say at a certain point I'm just going to have to fast forward this in editing because this is going to take about 15 minutes of real time.
Alright, man. Do you want to just do that?
I am a dunce. You do not understand the dunce that I am.
I don't even need to use that fast forwarding thing.
No.
At all. So, fast forwarding section, delete it.
Deleted.
And so we have to leave the room and come in through another side. Something like that.
Oh!
What?
We have to come back. We also have to evade these guys.
Can you kill them?
You can, but should you?
Poison. No, that's what the spiders used to do.
Yeah.
These are much scarier than spiders. I have to say it one more time.
They are.
Oh, and we left that purple herb back there, didn't we? Or that blue herb.
Yeah. I have some in the item box. We're just gonna run. This guy can't catch us.
You almost got trapped there. I mean, dead. There's a big difference between trapped and dead.
There's only 3 of them, and they're all behind us. Wait. Where do I go?
There's something behind you.
Where the hell's the exit?
Can you climb out over? I thought you could climb out.
Yeah,
right where you just were.
Right where I just was?
I thought so. I'm probably wrong now.
Wait, you're supposed to go under
I thought you could climb like right there.
Yeah, you're supposed to be able to.
But you couldn't?
Where the hell do you climb up? I think it's shite. I think this
It looked like there, but I guess that's not it. I think this might be a death. That's not going to be good.
Wow, it's actually not a death. Why can't I shoot? I can't shoot!
Maybe we were on easy mode.
No.
Because you didn't die?
No.
Where does it say you're... Hit X. Hit X.
Switch to assisted? No, we don't want to switch.
We're on the same mode, right?
Yeah, we're still on normal.
Alright. Good enough, man.
And this is why... Wait. Oh! We just had a checkpoint. That's good news.
Oh, that's great.
Are we going to remember to cut that? Probably not. I feel like a fool.
That's fine.
Because the first time this was all really, really easy and straightforward, you know? Like, I didn't have any problems. And, like, I found the exit the first time.
I thought he just burned to death. I thought it was just burned into nothing, into ashes, and fell into the water. Oh, great. It's poison time.
Great.
Yeah, these things, all they do is puke on you.
Yeah. I don't remember having any trouble with this the first time, and here we are. Yeah, I think this is the way to go. Yeah, this is the
there you go.
Yeah.
You know, you just went the wrong way last time. You just took the wrong fork. Poor guy. But we gotta get to an item box now, right?
Yeah. Wait, this is the wrong way.
Yeah, back into the water. Back into the water with the poison bros. There's a lot of those bros, by the way.
No! Run! They sure get stunned for
There's a ladder.
I was gonna say the same thing just happened.
Hey, why don't you use the ladder?
Christ.
So yeah, we've been using Keymailer. Nobody knows what Keymailer is.
No.
I was going to tell them about the little scam I found on their site. I don't know.
Go for it.
All right. Well, Keymailer is a website that connects content creators to game developers in order to distribute keys so that they can play games on their channel or their Twitch, right? So we actually use it on both sides. We're one of the rare, possibly only users on Keymailer that has an account on both sides. Oh, come on. Is that really going to be You Are Dead?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, should I finish telling the story?
Yeah.
We're one of the few people who are developers as well as a YouTube channel, a content creator, right? So we have an account on both sides. And on the content creator side, on the YouTube side, right, on Keymailer, they have a little button, a donation button, and it says, enjoying the free games? Help keep Keymailer going. Buy us a coffee. And you can click on it and it gives you like whatever, a PayPal link or a credit card or something, right? So you can donate to them to help keep the service free. But if you're a developer...
I missed.
The service isn't free if you're a developer. The way that they are making their money is they charge the developers to gain access to the list of content creators, which makes sense. There's nothing wrong with that, but for them to play both sides like that, because the developers never, or the content creators never see the developer side.
Right.
Except for us. We're one of the few, so we're exposing it right here. That don't donate to Keymailer if you're a content creator, because the developers are the ones paying the bills over there at Keymailer. You're just throwing them a few extra bucks, but that's just fine, but, you know, they're acting like that's what's keeping the lights on.
Yeah,
it's
no.
the content creators. You should be a little more upfront about it.
It's like McDonald's asking you for a donation. Like, they already make money off the product that they sell.
Right, and if they're open about it, they accept donations as well as accepting payment from game developers to contact content creators. That's fine. But just be open about it, that's all.
I felt dumb many times in my lifetime.
This might be the worst.
None dumber than right now.
Here, let me read you a headline.
I'll feel better I'll feel better after a headline.
Dead man still goes fuck. I can't read. Dead man still goes duck hunting with pal.
I can't shoot. Why can't... Okay. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
Dead man remains dead.
He's actually... He's not dead. Shoot! Shoot! He's actually dead? Yeah, so toxin is a pretty serious thing, as it turns out. It prevents you from running and also from shooting. The two things that you know how to do in the game. That's kind of a bummer. There's a grenade there. I wonder if it just slowly kills you. I imagine it must.
Woman scolded for killing husband.
Scolded?
As she should be.
Hey, are we gonna end the app here? Or something like that? Maybe not.
We can do that. Do you want to end this one?
I guess so.
With some bonus material here?
Sure.
Alright. So, I tried my hand at writing some Resident Evil erotic fan fiction.
No, you didn't. Did you? How did it go?
So, if you're underage or there are kids nearby, it's probably actually safe for them to hear, to be honest. But, alright, here we go. Leon and Chris were up late one night in the office, working on a case involving an outbreak of the newest zombie virus. They were using complex computer algorithms to solve equations and were on the brink of a major breakthrough. They were staring at the computer monitor for several minutes in silence as the blue light illuminated their handsome faces. They each realized the solution to the virus problem at the same time, and they both reached for the mouse in the same instant. Their hands met, and Chris's hand slowly caressed Leon's. Their eyes met, each expecting the other to be embarrassed, but neither had that expression. Instead, romantic feelings washed over them. Without saying a word, they both knew what each other were thinking. They began removing their trousers sensually. As both of their pairs of slacks hit the ground. As both of their pairs of slacks hit the ground, they heard the door swing open. It was Claire. Both Leon and Chris had forgotten that Claire had left only minutes earlier to cross the street to pick up coffee. Claire's mouth dropped, and so did the coffee. The coffee the coffee spilled on the floor. It splashed upwards and nearly scalded her porcelain skin. Chris and Leon quickly pulled their pants back up to their waists and fastened their belts. Claire was still in a state of shock, and her expression remained comically frozen in place. Leon quickly exclaimed, "This isn't what it looks like!" Chris collected himself and calmly stated, "Leon, she's my sister. Let me handle this." Claire listened as Chris gave the most convincing and plausible explanation as to how... Okay, let me finish this sentence. Oh, man. Claire listened on as Chris gave the most convincing, plausible explanation as to how this exact situation could have transpired without any erotic connotations. Claire found the explanation to be more than satisfactory. The three of them all had a good laugh. Leon and Chris volunteered to clean up the coffee, and Claire offered to go across the street to pick up a replacement round of coffees. After Claire left, Chris and Leon went back to work, but as we know, romance is an undying and relentless mistress. Chris and Leon soon found themselves standing in the office with their trousers on the floor again.
You actually printed this out?
Just then, the door swung open, and the sound of coffee cups hitting the floor could once again be heard echoing throughout the office. The end. So, how did you like it? I was thinking about posting it on fanfiction.com.
I can't believe you actually wrote that. Don't tell me. I know what happened. You actually took that off fanfiction.com.
No, I wrote it. I did. I wrote it. I couldn't sleep one night. I was in bed, like, trying to sleep, and I just I couldn't sleep because I was
thinking
about this erotic fan fiction, and I couldn't stop laughing. So I decided to write it down.
That was it.
Well, then we decided to play Resident Evil 2 Remake on the channel. So, really, I had an excuse to show you my writing chops. So I hope that you enjoyed it, Ed, and I hope that you enjoyed it at home. If you didn't, you can feel free to give us a thumbs down. This was bonus material, though. I'd like to throw in as a little disclaimer there, which I probably should have done before we did it. But
I'm gonna reload my last save because we just made a save.
Yeah, but this is the end of the episode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we'll see you on the next one.